Elizabeth Bowman.
Ms. Bowman, you are the defendant in today's case. Are you aware that you've been charged with theft by deception, robbery, and murder?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'm going to give you a chance to respond to those allegations, but before we do so, I'd like the jury to get to know you a little bit more. Can you tell us where you're from?
Well, originally I'm from Sugar Land, Texas, but I've been living here in Midlands for the past few years.
How old are you, Ms. Bowman?
I'm 21.
And what do you do here in Midlands?
Well, I used to be a ride operator at Rock the World.
What did you do as a ride operator?
Start and stop the rides, tell people where to get on, show them where the cotton candy is, you know, that sort of thing.
When did you begin working at Rock the World?
I started in 2011.
What did you think about your job there?
Well, I didn't mind it. I was making decent money, and there were good people there like Billy, and yeah, I had friends there. I liked my job.
Did you work with Mr. Winston Thomas at Rock the World?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How well did you know Winston Thomas?
We were pretty good friends. He was a real nice guy. We used to joke around all the time. He was a real great guy.
Did you know Cameron Poole?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How did you meet Cameron Poole?
Well, I knew Cameron from a long way back. I thought he was a good friend. I thought I knew him real well. We traveled around earlier, and he also worked at Rock the World.
Ms. Bowman, do you know if Cameron Poole was stealing from Rock the World during the summer of 2012?
Yes, ma'am, he was stealing.
How do you know that?
Well, he told me. He was real proud of how smart he was to outwit Mr. Longstreet, so yeah, he told me.
Did he tell you exactly how he was stealing from Rock the World that summer?
Yes, ma'am. He told me that when someone would buy the $35 ticket, he would only put it in the system as a $20 ticket, and then he would take $15, I think.
Did you tell anyone about what you knew?
No, ma'am. I didn't. I know I should have, but to be honest, sometimes Cameron just downright scared me, and I didn't want any trouble. I was making decent money at my job. I just wanted to stay out of trouble, you know?
Were you helping Cameron Poole in any way that summer?
No, ma'am, I was not.
I'd like to talk to you about the day of August 30th, 2012. Where were you that day?
Well, I just walked into Rock the World like usual to go to work.
What did you see when you walked into the park?
Well, I got there at the same time as Cameron, and Mr. Longstreet was waiting in the ticket booth for him.
Did you speak to Mr. Longstreet at that time?
No, ma'am. It looked like he wanted to talk to Cameron, so I just went to my ride and mind eraser.
Did you communicate with Cameron Poole at all over the course of August 30th?
Yes, ma'am. It was about an hour later when Cameron Poole texted me.
What did he say to you?
Well, he said he had to get into the park to get a box, so I told him that I would meet him by the Tunnel of Terror on my lunch break.
And did you meet him at the Tunnel of Terror on your lunch break?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Why did you go there?
Cameron was my buddy. I figured if he needed to be led into the park, I could do it.
Did you speak to him when you let him into the park?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say to you?
Oh, well, he said Longstreet didn't want him to work in the ticket booth that day and that he had to get his box of fake wristbands.
Did he tell you that he was planning to rob Rock the World on August 30th?
No, ma'am, he didn't. He didn't tell me anything about that. I had no idea that was what he was planning to do.
I'd like to talk to you about how you let him back into the park. What door did you use to let Cameron back into the park on August 30th?
I let him in the little door at the back of the Tunnel of Terror.
Is there a lock on that door?
Yes, ma'am. There wasn't until the day before August 30th.
Do you have a key to that lock?
No, ma'am, I don't.
So how did you let Cameron back into the park that morning?
Well, there's a key in the control booth for the Tunnel of Terror. So when I went to let Cameron in, I just unlocked the padlock, took the padlock off, and then put the key back so Cameron could come in.
And so when you let Cameron back into the park that morning, did he ask you to do anything for him?
No, ma'am. He just wanted to come in the park. He didn't ask me me for anything.
Did you see him at all throughout the day?
Yes, ma'am. Well, after I let him in around lunchtime, I thought he had left, but I ran into him again, and I was real surprised because I thought he left hours ago. So I told him to leave. If he wasn't supposed to be there, why was he sticking around?
Ms. Bowman, were you in the courtroom whenever Mr. Longstreet testified this evening?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Did you hear him say that a knife was used in the course of a robbery on August 30th?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Ms. Bowman, I'd like to ask you, do you own a knife?
Yes, ma'am, I did, but I lost it weeks before any of this happened.
Have you seen that knife at any point between the time that you lost it and August 30th?
No, ma'am.
Did you see Cameron Poole at all after you saw him in the park that afternoon on August 30th?
Well, the next time I saw Cameron was when he was running straight at the Tunnel of Terror with Officer Thomas chasing behind him.
Where were you when you saw this?
Well, by that time I was working at the Tunnel of Terror.
Why were you working at the Tunnel of Terror at that time?
Well, to be honest, the Mind Racer, it's a cool ride, but people tend to throw up a lot on it, and I was just tired of it. So Billy and I had been talking throughout the day. I asked her to take over the ride, so I was working at the Tunnel of Terror.
Have you ever switched rides with Billy Isaacs before that day?
Oh, sure, all the time. She has a daughter, Brianna. She's real sweet, and she has to go home a lot to take care of her.
So when you were working at the Tunnel of Terror and you saw Cameron Poole running toward you, did you see if anyone was chasing Cameron?
Yes, ma'am. Cameron was being chased by Officer Thomas, and I didn't know what was going on. It looked like Officer Thomas had a gun, and I thought everyone had just gone crazy.
What did you hear at that time?
Well, Officer Thomas was chasing Cameron, and like I said, he had a gun, and it looked like, and it sounded like he shot the gun, and there were kids everywhere, and I was just freaking out.
What did you do?
Well, the ride had already started, and they ran into the ride, and I was real flustered, and I tried to stop the ride, but I usually work the Mind Eraser, and the stop button on the Mind Eraser is where the lever is on the Tunnel of Terror, and I accidentally hit the wrong thing.
Ms. Bowman, did you ever find the right switch?
Yes, ma'am, I did, but it was too late.
Ms. Bowman, did you intend to initiate blackout mode at the Tunnel of Terror on August 30th, 2012?
No, ma'am, I would never do that. I was just scared. The gun had just gone off, and I didn't know what was going on. I really liked Officer Thomas. I would never hurt him.
Did you know that Cameron Poole was going to rob Proctorworld that day?
No, ma'am, I had no idea.
Did you ever supply Cameron Poole with a knife?
No, ma'am, I did not.